bee, I'm a 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 bee, bee.
They're also responsible for $15 billion in revenue of food crops in the United States alone. Worldwide, they create or contribute about a third of all the food we eat. The phenomenon is called colony collapse disorder, and scientists are still not entirely certain what causes it.
The Varroa mite population can grow as fast as the bee population it feeds on. But when summer ends and the bee population declines, the hive is left with a huge mite population, and that's dangerous. Too many mites in a hive will overwhelm and kill entire bee colonies. So what does that mean for everyone's favorite insect, the honeybee? Well, honeybee colonies with heavy mite infestations can't effectively pollinate or produce honey because they suffer from diseases and viruses transmitted by the mites.
Since World War II, we have been systematically eliminating many of the flowering plants that bees need for their survival. And these monocultures extend even to crops that are good for bees, like almonds. 50 years ago, Beekeepers would take a few colonies, hives of bees, into the almond orchards for pollination, and also because the pollen in an almond blossom is really high in protein. It's really good for bees. Now, the scale of almond monoculture demands that most of our nation's bees, over 1.5 million hives of bees, be transported across the nation to pollinate this one crop. And they're trucked in semi-loads, and they must be trucked out because after bloom, the almond orchards are a vast and flowerless landscape. Bees have been dying over the last 50 years, and we're planting more crops that need them. There has been a 300% increase in crop production that requires bee pollination. If one of these neonics, we call them, is applied in a high concentration, such as in this ground application, enough of the compound moves through the plant and gets into the pollen and the nectar, where a bee can consume, in this case, a high dose of this neurotoxin that makes the bee twitch and die. In most agricultural settings, on most of our farms, it's only the seed that's coated with the insecticide. And so a smaller concentration moves through the plant and gets into the pollen and nectar. And if a bee consumes this lower dose, either nothing happens or the bee becomes intoxicated and disoriented, and she may not find her way home.
Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Yeah, people are building RoboBees at Harvard. Now, bees are really small, they're light, and they're incredibly efficient, which are 3 things your typical robot isn't. So there are some big design challenges. The team has to figure out ways to miniaturize all these components, to make wings that can fold up like origami, to create ultra-light circuitry that works on very little power so the device can fly around on its own. But they think that by the 2040s, their bees will be able to autonomously fly around and forage and even support colonies. How cool is that?
tea and celebrate like I'm a bee.
I'm a bee, 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 I'm a bee.